good evening, afternoon or morning. Movie Cat is at the microphone. Today I will tell you a detective comedy story, filled with even stranger logic than its previous part. Watch until the end to avoid revealing the main weirdness. For your attention, the second part of the detective action movie. Charlie's Angels 2, Full Throttle.
I'm gonna have to ask my sergeant.
Your sergeant is here.
If you like what I do, please like, write some comments under the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Northern Mongolia. Alex entered the warehouse of a military base by hiding in a postal box. To get out of the box, in half a second she simultaneously unscrews 4 screws that were heads outside. Nearby, she notices a prisoner surrounded by soldiers, so she reports this to the Angels. On the floor above, amid the screams of a drunken crowd, Dylan steals a set of keys from the jailer. Natalie walks into the same troubled bar, pretending to be a tourist. The Mongols are delighted because she caught their attention by riding a mechanical bull. At the same time, Alex neutralizes the security in the basement and frees the prisoner, Ray Carter, from the US Marshals Service. Carter asks to run slower because his ribs are broken. He also says that the Mongols took the ring, but Alex promises that his wife will forgive him. The Angels are almost leaving the bar with the marshal when suddenly they are noticed by the most attentive soldier of the Mongol army, a bird. It screams, the Mongols turn around, and the Angels are forced to leave the bar by the shortest route. Natalie steals a truck with a helicopter parked on it, but the exit from the base is suddenly blocked by a tank. Dodging the projectile, Natalie directs the car into the abyss. The Mongol base was built almost at the stratosphere, so falling from the bridge the Angels manage to get out of the truck, climb into the helicopter cabin and talk a little about life. Alex gets the marshal into the helicopter, Natalie turns on the engines and the Angels are saved. At the same time, in the United States, the head of security of the Justice Department is attacked. Within a minute, unknown people kill all his guards. Then the unknown puts a golden pistol to his head from behind and shoots. The unknown takes the ring from the victim. Natalie, Dylan and Alex work for the Townsend Detective Agency. Their colleagues call them Charlie's Angels. They carry out missions of increased complexity all over the world. Their boss, Charlie Townsend, has never been shown to the agency and no one knows what he looks like. He assigns missions exclusively by phone and through his manager. Instead of old manager John Bosley, the Angels meet his brother Jimmy Bosley at headquarters. He tries to study the accounting documents and says that the new light body armor is too expensive. The girls answer him, firstly, they need these body armors, and secondly, Bosley has only one task: to get in touch with Charlie and nothing else is required of him. The phone rings and Charlie connects the Angels with the director of the FBI, who says that the Witness Protection Program database has been stolen. That is, the entire list of witnesses and complete information. Their old real names and new ones invented for conspiracy, as well as their actual residential addresses, may fall into private hands. The information is stored on 2 titanium rings, which only when connected together reveal a secret list. One ring was stolen yesterday from the head of the Department of Justice, and the second was taken from Marshal Ray Carter, already familiar to the Angels, in Mongolia. Intelligence suspects that the list is being prepared for sale, and the Angels are instructed to return these rings to the FBI as soon as possible. Also, one of the protected witnesses died in his home this morning under strange circumstances. The Angels decide to start the investigation there. While inspecting the witness body and his house, they discover the remains of pineapple wax in the door lock. Natalie suspects that the killer is a surfer because he entered the witness's house using a credit card, which he had previously used to clean his boat. Alex deduces that the witness was strangled and disguised as if he choked on food. Dylan notes the sneaker marks on the floor and the different distribution of weight on them. The killer was probably injured at some point, which means he may have a scar on his leg. The Angels figure out where the highest surfing waves are nearby and go there. The Angels watch the surfers, and Bosley talks to the most suspicious ones and even licks their boards. On the beach, Natalie meets a beautiful girl, Madison Lee. Natalie recognizes her immediately, because Madison is a former Charlie's Angel and a living legend. Dylan and Alex spot a suspicious surfer with a scar on his knee, and Natalie heads towards him. While he is distracted, Dylan and Alex look through his things and find documents documents. The guy's name is Amos. He silently gets into the car and drives away. In addition to documents and a pineapple-scented credit card, the girls find an invitation to a motorcycle race in his wallet. The angels arrive at the track, see Amos among the participants, and register for the race. The organizer warns the angels that the race is illegal, has no rules, and is life-threatening. During the race, Amos tries in every possible way to kill another participant on a blue motorcycle. The girls get in Amos' way, so he starts shooting at them. Suddenly, a racer dressed in black appears on the track, attaching a blade to the heel of his boot. He catches up with Amos and kicks him in the chest with his heel. When he takes off his helmet, the angels recognize the guy they once nicknamed Skinny. He used to hunt angels, but today Skinny for some reason decided to help them. In Emma's secret pocket, the angels find 3 photographs: the deceased, strangled witness, Dylan with the signature Helen Sauce, and some guy Max Petroni. The young guy on a blue motorcycle takes off his helmet and introduces himself as Max. Arriving at the agency, Max explains that his parents once acted as witnesses against a certain O'Grady, the head of a mafia group, and then they were killed for it. Amos probably did this on behalf of O'Grady. Natalie and Alex ask Dylan why her photo says Helen Sauce. Dylan reveals that it was her real name. 8 years ago she dated O'Grady. Dylan knew he was a scoundrel, but when she saw O'Grady shoot a man, she testified against him. For this, she was granted a witness protection program, thanks to which her real name, Helen Sauce, remained only in the archive of titanium rings. At the same time, O'Grady is doing abs workout in his prison cell. Then a guard comes and tells him that he is free. Coming out of prison, O'Grady holds in his hand only a photograph of the girl he has wanted to take brutal revenge on for the last 8 years. An unknown person gives O'Grady 2 titanium rings and a photo of the current Dylan. The angels' search for O'Grady leads them to a suspicious, overly guarded ship that the mafia is likely using to smuggle out contraband. The girls go to a local bar and dance there with almost no clothes on, in order to steal a pass from one of the ship's workers. At night, the angels enter the hold and break into a cage containing contraband. Among the jewelry, they find titanium rings. Suddenly, O'Grady appears with his goons. In anger, he reveals how many days, weeks and months he has been waiting for this meeting to take revenge on Dylan. In hand-to-hand combat, the angels neutralize the criminals one by one. But the girls can't defeat O'Grady because he spent 8 years did abs workout. Having obtained the rings, the angels escape from the hold. They give the rings to Marshal Ray Carter, who looks too cheerful after his torture in Mongolia. The girls begin to suspect that Marshal could have staged his kidnapping to get rid of suspicion, and then calmly receive both rings from the angels. The girls give chase to Ray because he is probably delivering the rings to his customer. Alex catches up with Ray's car and connects a wiretap to his phone. From his conversations, it becomes known that Ray wants to organize an auction for rings among the most influential mafia clans in the United States. Ray then makes an appointment with someone at the observatory. Arriving there, the angels watch as Ray calls for his partner, when suddenly an unknown kills him, shooting him with 2 golden pistols. The angels run to the murder scene and see armed Madison Lee, once Charlie's best angel. When asked why, Madison replies that she likes being a god, not an angel. Then the angels get into their pretentious fighting stance, but Madison is smart, so she just shoots each of them in the chest, after which the angels fall from the roof. Later, Madison arrives at the Townsend agency and waits for Charlie to call. Madison says that he shouldn't worry, because there will always be new stupid angels ready to give their lives for him. She explains that she hates Charlie and his agency because she was once seriously wounded on a mission. After venting her grievances to Charlie, Madison shoots the speaker and leaves. Meanwhile, on the lawn, the angels come to their senses. Expensive bulletproof vests saved them from bullets, and good old Prey probably saved them from broken bones after falling from the roof. The girls come to their senses and find out where exactly Madison is going to hold an auction to sell the rings, on the roof of one of the hotels in Los Angeles. In the evening, all the mafia groups arrive there, when suddenly FBI surrounds the roof and arrests everyone. Madison watches this from a nearby roof and begins to suspect that she has been outwitted. Earlier, the angels disguised themselves and sent all those invited to another roof, where FBI agents were already waiting in ambush. Madison turns around and sees the angels, who immediately attack her. O'Grady comes here with his goons and attacks Dylan. Suddenly Skinny comes to her defense and sends O'Grady flying off the roof with a roundhouse kick. Skinny likes Dylan and smells her hair and then kisses her. Suddenly he is hit with a saber in the chest by O'Grady, who flew back to the roof because he had been doing his abs workout for 8 years. In a brutal fight, Dylan throws O'Grady down to Skinny. The angels work together to attack Madison, but she blows up the roof and drives away. The angels pursue her, but along the way, Dylan and Alex fall, and then Madison gets into an accident and crashes into a theater building. She comes to her senses on stage, where Natalie is alone against her. Madison easily defeats her, but Natalie reminds her that the strength of the angels has always been in unity. Suddenly, Dylan and Alex attack Madison from behind. The three of them barely defeat one Madison, and for some reason, they are very proud of themselves. Then they washes off the dirt, blood, bruises, abrasions, closed fractures and concussion in less than 20 minutes to go with Bosley to the premiere of the new film. Thank you for watching. Like it if you also forgot how naive the films of the 2000s were. I suggest organizing an easy competition in the comments. Write what the strangest or stupidest thing was in this film. We will see from the likes what will win.